Another exciting episode in the life of the most fantastic crime fighter the world has ever known.
Chickenman! He's everywhere! He's everywhere!
The office of the Police Commissioner of Midland City.
Yes, come in. Commissioner? What? Oh, yes, I am. My name is Benton Harbor.
He carries in his right hand a large suitcase.
Put down your large suitcase, Mr. Harbor, and tell me what I can do for you. Monday through Friday, Commissioner, I am regularly employed as a shoe salesman for a large downtown department store. Yes. However, my weekends will be free, and therefore I will be available to you as the most fantastic crime fighter the world has ever known. And you will be known as? I will be known as Chickenman. Miss Helfinger, please bring your notepad and pencil and come into my office immediately.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming so quickly. Miss Helfinger, this is Mr. Benton Harbor. Hello, Miss Harbor.
No, I'm Miss Hellfinger. You're Mr. Harbor.
Oh, yes. How do you do? Please take a note, Miss Helfinger, that Mr. Harbor will be available on weekends to fight crime as...
Yes?
Chickenman.
Chickenman?
Chickenman.
Benton Harbor opens the large suitcase. He removes from it a strange costume covered with thousands of tiny feathers. Immediately, he begins climbing into it.
Would somebody give me a hand?
Of course.
Certainly. Just hold up the left wing, please. That's it. Fine. There you go. Miss Helfinger will need to know how to get in touch with Mr. Harbor. Now the right wing.
May I have your phone number, Mr. Harbor?
Of course. Watch the feathers, please. My phone number is...
Well, born this day in Midland City, the white-winged warrior who will strike terror into the hearts of criminals everywhere.
Would somebody want to get my zipper back there, please?
Yes, of course.
Well, watch it back there.
And he was everywhere. Well, at least for me, he seemed to have been around a lot. On the radio, anyway. In the late 60s, I listened to his adventures on KXOK St. Louis. He was the alter ego of Benton Harbor, a shoe salesman in a large downtown Midland City department store who spent his weekends as the fantastic fowl known as Chickenman, striking terrific terror into the hearts of criminals everywhere. Or so he told his radio audience. What he really did, though, was hang around the police commissioner's office and annoy his secretary, Miss Helfinger. Chickenman was created in 1966 by Dick Orkin, an American voice actor and radio producer, as a spoof of comic book heroes. American TVs were tuned in at the time to the widely successful Batman TV show. WCFL Chicago radio program director Ken Draper encouraged Orkin to create a spoof that could run in serial installments. Chickenman chronicled the exploits of a crime-fighting white-winged warrior and his secret identity, mild-mannered shoe salesman Benton Harbor. Orkin was the production director of WCFL Chicago when the Batman TV show swept across the nation. WLS, a crosstown radio rival, was cashing in on Batman. Not to be outdone, WCFL decided to support its own superhero. Chickenman was hatched. The situations were ridiculous, the stories hilarious, and the characters memorable. Its humor is very deadpan, but absurdist. Chickenman began as part of the Jim Runyon Show. Runyon was the narrator of the series. Dick Orkin voiced Chickenman. The 1 to 2 minute programs ran locally in Chicago, but it quickly syndicated to over 1,500 stations, most notably on Armed Forces Radio during the Vietnam War. Chickenman, in fact, became so famous in the U.S. Army that there was a helicopter battalion named Chickenman Battalion. Company A, 227th Assault Helicopter Battalion, 1st Cavalry Division, Air Mobile, began using Chickenman as the call sign. In an interview before his death, Orkin recalled, "The origin of Chickenman was the direct result of the popularity of the television show Batman. It was huge. It was camp. It was fun. We came up with Chickenman. I sort of based the character on the Broderick Crawford sheriff character, that sort of straight, know-it-all delivery of his. It seemed like a fun thing to parody. It began with that. I wasn't thinking about a chicken." But perhaps he was. Orkin also said in an earlier interview that he spent about 5 minutes trying to come up with an original name. He passed on Sneezing Man and finally decided on Chicken Man. The fact that chickens played a part in his boyhood may have had an influence on the decision. "When I was around 9 years old, my grandfather raised chickens. It was my job to go out to the chicken coop, find the chickens, make sure it was tied up, and take it to the butcher for our Friday night meal. I couldn't think of a better superhero than someone in a chicken suit." Dick Orkin also voiced Commissioner Benjamin Norton, the police commissioner of Midland City. The voice he used for that character was a parody of then president of the Chicago Federation of Labor, William A. Lee. According to Orkin, Mr. Lee was a beautiful guy, but he never knew why I was imitating him. In fact, he wasn't real clear on what Chicken Man even was. He used to call it that duck thing of yours. Actress Jane Roberts was the voice of Miss Honor Hilfinger, and Chicken Man's mother Mildred, a.k.a. Maternal Marauder, or the Masked Mother. Chicken Man traveled around Midland City in his yellow two-door crime-fighting automobile he named the Chicken Coop. Some of the Chicken Man's greatest foes were Chicken Plucker, the Dog Lady, Big Clyde Crushman, the Bear Lady, the Very Diabolical. To that list of foes, add a former childhood playmate, Rodney Farber, who never forgave Benton Harbor for breaking his red wagon on Christmas Day. And let us not forget the couple from SHTICK, S-H-T-I-C-K, acronym for Secret Henchmen to Injure Crime Killers. Dick Orkin wrote all 273 episodes of Chicken Man, the most fantastic crime fighter the world has ever known. Dick Orkin, though, was never ever able to escape the crime-fighting bird. Orkin brought Chicken Man out of retirement for several episodes in 1995 for a 30th anniversary tribute. In episode 3, entitled Chicken Man Challenges a Fate Named Frank, Chicken Man faced some personal challenges. Benton Harbor was getting older and went to the doctor to get a checkup. The doctor advised him to give up crime fighting because his cholesterol was high. He tried, but all the available jobs at the employment agency were more strenuous than crime fighting, except one. That one was a napkin folder at a nouveau Italian Chinese restaurant. He tried another counselor who recommended he move to a superhero retirement community. Disappointed with his options, he decided to challenge fate. But that was another adventure.
Now, another exciting episode in the life of the most fantastic crime fighter the world has ever known.